In this video, you're going to go ahead and see the before and after of a property that one of my clients is doing in the city of Newnan. He's basically bought several houses in this neighborhood and he's just kind of fixing them up. This neighborhood, a client has, I believe, done already 2 houses in here, 3. Here's one that they're doing where the tenant just moved out. We're going to go ahead and see what's going on with this house. So this is my first time looking at the house. We're going to go ahead and walk with my client and his partner so we can go ahead and figure out exactly what needs to be done on this house. We're kind of figuring out the layout. This is a house that is about 100 years old, so a lot of this didn't make any sense. ¿Solo tiene un baño? Sí. Pero este es un cuarto. Sí. ¿Este es un cuarto? Un cuarto. ¿Otra casa había? Por esta casa. Tengo que meterle un extractor. But he's basically showing me like the different options and things that we have to do. There's obviously been an addition added at this house at some point, and that is probably gonna get taken down to sencillo nuevo. Diría sencillo, nada complicado. Piso, pintura.
Yeah, el deck's nuevo.
So in the backyard, there's really not a lot that needs to be done. Just pretty much getting cleaned up and adding grass. I mean, it has a nice level yard. So this is actually going to look very, very nice, and it's a very usable yard because we live in Georgia. There's a lot of hills, and over here to have a flat yard like this is definitely nice. So this house actually ended up having very tall ceilings. Somebody covered it up, and there's about another foot of ceiling space that we can use. So we're going to go ahead and raise that up as well. We're basically discussing and going over the plan. We're thinking about maybe having the kitchen over here.
Está él en la cocina.
La cocina.
Y se cierra esta puerta.
No, no se puede cerrar.
¿Por qué?
Porque ¿cómo vas a entrar a ese cuarto? No puedes entrar por el otro.
Lo podemos mover para que sea, no que está.
Pero ya se está metiendo en mucho.
Mira.
Es mejor que termine aquí, salvaje, la cocina. Una de las chiquitas,
Una cocinita así.
pequeñita, no tiene que ser la gran cosa.
Y quitar ese cielo feo.
Quitar el cielo.
Este sería el máster.
Ese sería el máster.
Máster. Tiene su gran closet. Y aquí sería.
Esta es la lavandería.
Lavandería.
Aquí sería mejor un baño. Damn, qué feo está ese layout. Damn, sí está teniendo mucho espacio.
Y este sería aquí en el cuarto.
Este es un cuarto, ya. So I'm telling them we're gonna have to have the living room here. This wall's gonna have to go. We're gonna have the kitchen right on the other room and with the dining table area in the middle. Mira, tiene que ser así. Sala, cocina aquí, comedor, cuartito ahí atrás.
Este voy yo.
Y cuarto nace, y lavandería ahí ni modo, no se puede poner en otro lado. ¿Por qué no la puedes poner en otro lado? La lavandería. Tienen que tirar esta pared. So this chimney is gonna have to go for sure. We're gonna have to figure it out because it takes up a lot of room and this house is very small, so we need to maximize the space. So now we're talking about the exterior of the house, and then the siding is super old. It needs to be replaced. So it looks like this house used to be a duplex and there's another door here. We're gonna go ahead and take that out and just do new siding because the siding that's here is about 100 years old. Basically, we can just kind of paint it, fix it, and make it look okay. But I was telling them if you want to maximize the amount of money you're gonna get for this house, we need to get new siding. Todos los layers de pintura que tiene. All right, so we just wrapped up the meeting with this property, so they're gonna do a very slight rehab. The budget is gonna be about $20,000 to $25,000. This was a rental, and unfortunately, the previous tenant did not take care of the house. It is an older house, super old house, probably 70, 80 years old, I want to say. But it has good structure, good bones. It has a new roof, metal roof, has new plumbing, new electrical, new HVAC. You just have to fix the cosmetics, and that's why it's going to cost them about $20,000 to $25,000. But this house will be ready probably in about a month. Future Fernando here. It actually took more than $20,000 to $30,000 to fix up this house because we ran the numbers and it made more sense to make it even nicer because the return was just going to pay off. But the results are better. The buyers are going to get a much better house. So now we're going to go ahead and fast forward a month later so we can see the house. All right, so it's been a few weeks. The house is completely done. We're gonna go ahead and do a walkthrough. Just first impressions though, the house looks completely different. They went ahead and just so you can see, they went ahead and redid the front porch of the house. They changed the whole siding. So it has board and batten now. So looking at you millennials, if you like the house, this will be one of them for sure. It has new gutters, has a metal roof. I believe they changed the fence. I can't remember what it looked like before, but it's completely different. There used to be a door and a whole situation here, but I can't wait for y'all to see this house because it's so different. When I walked in here the other day, I could not believe how different it was. But y'all remember what this used to look like? Well, this has all been done. It has restained and it just feels very, very nice. You have an actual nice, beautiful front porch. And all this wood was replaced. I mean, this house is night and day difference. So just go ahead and check it out. Come on. All right, so we're in this house now and it is completely different. Completely, like, if y'all remember, there used to be like a wall right here. There used to be like on this side, kind of a chimney. There was like a door, but now we have a kitchen. So this wall was taken out. That chimney was taken out and everything, and you have a kitchen now. If y'all can remember, there used to be an opening back here that will have the kitchen in this little tiny room in the back that just did not make any sense. So they went ahead and walled that off, put this nice, beautiful kitchen in here now. It just totally makes sense. You have a nice island. Everything is new, by the way. It has new plumbing, new electrical. The whole house has been redone. You have 9-foot ceilings in this house. And this house is old too. So it feels very, very nice. This part of the house, I just can't remember. I mean, I remember what it used to look like, but I don't know how they did this. This is insane. This is crazy, but let's go ahead and go to the master bedroom. So now we're stepping into the master bedroom. This used to be a room. A chimney was on this side. There used to be a door over here. Now you have 2 closets. This layout just makes a lot more sense. And then in here, you have a full bathroom now. You have a fiberglass shower, nice new toilet. I love that they've been using these vanities. They look very nice. I like how, they have a natural oak look to them. But yeah, this was not here. If y'all remember, this used to be inside of the other room that we're about to go into now. And there's a hallway now that just makes more sense. If y'all remember, this was the other room. So you have a room here, and there was some weird closet situation happening on that side. So new windows. Now you have a regular closet. And then over here, there used to be a weird hallway situation. And they opened up this side. So now there's a bedroom here where the kitchen used to be. And this was not here before. This was a weird space that was kind of a closet situation. Este espacio está muerto aquí. Porque esta era la puerta de afuera originalmente. They went ahead and opened this up. You have your laundry room here for a stackable washer and dryer. And then in here you have your brand new water heater, all new. This is insane. All right, so the only thing that pretty much stayed original was this bathroom. This bathroom was here before, and they just kind of updated it a little bit, but it's pretty much the same. And then now we're gonna go into, again, this door was not here before. We used to come in through here. And there's a closet in here now. So full closet in here. And this is where the kitchen used to be. Can you believe that? This is where the kitchen used to be. So now it's a bedroom. It makes more sense. You have a window here, you have a nice closet. This just makes a lot more sense for it just to function this way. But yeah, what do y'all think? I mean, this is crazy. The before and after just doesn't do it any justice. Like, you have to come see it in person. But this is exactly what, working with true professionals and people who have had experience and people who kind of hear you out on ideas. This has actually turned out a lot better than I expected. To be honest with you, I was not expecting a hallway. We kind of talked through a million scenarios on the layout. And after going back and forth with them, and then they kind of came up on this final product on their own, which was great. So again, another successful project. This house is going to go on the market. We're going to find a buyer for it. But I just can't believe this is the same house. But all right, well, actually, before we wrap up, let me show you the backyard. So now you have this nice deck out here. It was already here. I can't recall if it was all new or they changed it up, but I think it was already here. I love how they just did the board and batten here. This is nice, very, very nice. Again, metal roof, new gutters. And then you have this nice, huge backyard now. Huge backyard. And it's all cleaned up. Remember, there was all kinds of junk back here. But now you have a nice, beautiful fenced-in yard with an outbuilding over here for storage. And again, this was like full of trash, but now it looks good. This is, I will say, out of all the ones we've done on this side of the city, this is actually one of my favorite projects because the before and after doesn't do it any justice. It just looks completely different, and different in a way that is so good. The board and batten on this house just looks phenomenal. And then again, this will be my client's third property in this neighborhood. This project turned out very well. We're gonna go ahead and list it for sale. If y'all want details about budget, pricing, everything that it took to get this house this way, just comment down below and I can make a separate video about that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want videos like this, we're gonna be doing them more often. We have some special projects coming, I promise you. You wanna stick around and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video.